Friday morning on Coast FM, that's Bobby Caldwell from his CD Stuck On You, Every Man. Sade before that, I Will Be Your Friend, and Darryl Hall and John Oates, I Can't Go For That. It's 28 minutes to 10 on Coast FM. You're with Joe Miller, and on the line I have Australia's biggest selling contemporary writer, Robert G Barrett, author of the Les Norton Misadventures. Good morning, Robert.
G'day, Joe. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thanks. We talked about a year ago, and you're back on the road again.
Yeah, I just heard you play a bit of reggae there, mate.
Yeah, almost.
Well, you be skanking and jamming and de fun don't done, one.
The Fun Don't Done is the name of the new book.
Yeah.
And it helps if you're Jamaican when you say it.
Sort of, yeah.
Right.
It just means the party's not over.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Jamaica is one of the places that Les visits in the book.
Yeah.
I might mention that in the front of this one, apart from the fact that it mentions, as usual, you're giving part of the proceeds to Greenpeace.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
There's a message here that you're thanking the punters who have bought the book for their support that keeps you out of the dole office and away from the clutches of the Arts Council.
Yeah. In other words, I can write what I want, and I don't have to dag all those boffins down there in Canberra to try and get money off them to write, the waffle they want you to write.
Yeah, because a lot of writers, of course, have to apply for grants to
That's how they live, yeah.
Take a bit of time off and go and write a book. You're onto a bit of a good earner with this writing caper, mate.
It's better. It's getting better. The last 3 years has been all right. It was pretty tough before that. It's only the last 3 years I started making. Everybody thinks you're Jeffrey Archer, but you're not. You make money. You get a wage by the time you pay your tax like everybody else. And I don't get the 17.5% loan, holiday pay, sick pay, all that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
There are very few writers who are actually earning a living at it. That's for sure.
That's why I put in the thing that keeps you away from the Arts Council. They got to dag the Arts Council for some money to keep going.
Sure.
Yeah. They want to let them live on their earnings for us, see how they go.
That's right.
Get them into the real world.
Well, listen, congratulations on The Fun Don't Done. It's a great read. It's
not
very, I mean, stuff like where he gets pulled over by a Jamaican cop who tries to sell him tickets to the policeman's ball. I thought that was a good one.
That happened to me over there.
Really?
Yeah, I was driving along and this fat copper pulled me over and I wonder what he wanted. He's selling tickets to a bloody copper's ball.
Because you don't really do any favours for the tourist promotion organisations of either Florida or Jamaica in the process.
Well, mate, I just told it like it is.
You pay out a bit on the
seppos.
On the seppos, as in septic tank yank.
Yeah.
The Americans, like you said, they're a little overweight in Florida. You said.
Oh, you ought to see them. They look like sumo wrestlers.
If there was ever a famine in Florida, you said they'd eat each other.
I reckon they would. There's not too many Patrick Swayzes and Michelle Pfeiffer's getting around, I'll tell you.
Right.
Plenty of John Candys and Roxanne's.
And, of course, in the process, Les is looking up his ancestors. That's how he gets to go to Jamaica, isn't it?
Yeah, he just sort of fluked something in the bloodline there, and I just wove the story. Well, I got some relations going back there, that Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
Right.
He goes up to this Richard Bigmore Barrett that come to the Central Coast 1850. It sort of weaves through, so I sort of waved the plot around Norton, and I put in the buried treasure and all that sort of thing, and just sort of a picture of Jamaica, I only saw Montego Bay and the little places around there, but it's not all that bad, but it's a pretty hard place, a lot heavier than what you think.
Yeah, right.
A lot of murders over there, a lot of killings.
Sure, and you describe what the poverty and the third world life is for the people away from the holiday resorts.
Once you get out, that's right. Once you go and get in those holiday resorts, and it's just like being in a compound. You're surrounded by guards with shotguns and machine guns, and there's all barbed wire and boom gates and that, and there's all the Yanks.
So you did Tampa, Florida as well?
I was down at another place. See, I didn't go on the Miami side. I went on the inside near the Bay of Mexico there on the Louisiana border.
Right.
But they're like that. They're just gun crazy.
Right.
I mean, there was a big shootout not far from where I was staying over a tank of petrol.
Right.
These kids were in a driveway milking a tank, and the owners come out with his Magnum and started blazing away. So the blokes, they've dragged their Magnums, they started blazing away, and he's running and got his son. And there's 6 of them blazing away up and down the street with guns over a tank of petrol.
Right.
Things like that,
Yeah, you have a few things to say about the right to bear arms that the Americans like to think that they have.
Well, it's not the same, mate. They don't want to shoot everything.
Right.
Anything that moves, shoot it. Hey, let's go get it, Chucky. Boy, you bang, bang, bang. Squirrels, little bears, birds, anything.
Right, you have a wonderful command of the Australian slang, and I don't think you overdo it, but you talk like that, Les talks like that, although you break away from that, and I'm going to quote you part of your writing here, Robert, which is a bit different from
Bob
the rest.
will do, just call me Bob.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah.
It says, above him countless millions of stars resembling tiny diamonds twinkle daintily from a cobalt sky, occasionally to be hidden by the gentle clouds drifting slowly across the heavens, quieter than a dream. That's not your typical Les Norton stuff.
And straight after that it says, but Les wasn't interested in poetry, all he wanted was a leak or something.
Right, yeah.
Straight after that, yeah.
That's
I
right.
just put that in as a sort of paradoxical thing.
I like that, actually.
Straight after that, I sort of run that in, so that I can write that stuff if I want to.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I hear that there's some talk of you actually getting Les on TV and maybe into the movies.
Yeah, I've had offers over the years to make movies, but they come up with all these weird scripts or weird people that played Les and the characters and that, and they're just not going to gel. I can see it.
Yeah, I'm wondering who you'd get to play Les, because he's a red-headed Queenslander.
Yeah, well...
How many red-headed Queenslanders are there in their acting game at the moment?
There's not many.
Right.
But the thing is, see, if I get a rugby league player in there to play Les, they hate him in Victoria and Adelaide, aren't they?
The right.
And if I get a Aussie rules player in, they're going to hate him in New South Wales and Queensland. So they're going to get something. If I get a soccer player in, they're going to say, oh, he's a chocolate frog. So if I get you know what I mean? If I get something in between, so I've got a rugby union player. I reckon Simon Boyd of him.
Uh-huh. Right.
He's a good bloke, and he's big, and he's got red hair, and I'm pretty sure he can't act. We don't want an actor in the movie if we do.
That's the last thing you need, right?
So what we're doing, we're going to float it like a company around Christmas, just
Right.
after Christmas, and try and get the money, raise it ourselves.
Well-
That way we don't have to go through all the rigmarole, with the Canberra and all sorts of do it ourselves. And that way, if it's done, well, if your fun done's done, it's done, and no one to blame but myself, you know what I mean?
That's right. You want to try and do it on you. Well, we wish you lots of luck with that.
Yeah.
And we see you've signed yourself on for Saturday morning signings up here at Angus and Robertson at Australia Fair and Dimmock and Pacific Fair tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm there.
You'll be there.
They want to come and throw tomatoes and eggs at me.
Right.
Can't miss my big head.
It's once again a pleasure talking to you, Bob.
You too, Jay. Thanks very much.
I've got a record lined up for you that Les would probably like, Margaritaville.